saw that thing so beautiful. She just hit my heart, oh. Full force, she got me like, I be like, why you so fine? Gotta make you mine. So hard to find. Baby, like, oh, how'd you do the thing? Way that you do it, and she ain't even show nothing. She be walking around so confident, so heaven set. I think she was meant to not to be like, girl, you so fine. Oh, girl, you rockin' like, baby, so fine. Miss Lady, girl, you knockin' me. She was so sublime, super fine. She was never lying, strutting in the heels or her slides. Either way, eyes on her every single day, week, year. Everyone wondering how she does it with no fear. All that confidence, was it heaven sent? Does it come within? Does it come right out? I don't know. She'll just have them running out and in. And they went to sin, talking deadly sin with Mrs. Lady. I don't understand
Why she hit him like
girl, you knockin' me. How you do the things you do? Baby, you knockin' me. I always say.
hello guys. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, guys. So remember, the exam's about to start. So the exam's about to start, guys. So I think I have, let me check. I think I'm gonna have time to do some papers from grade 9, 10, and 11 September papers, so we know that exams are about to come. And on top of that, just want to get you guys ready. So if you know any grade 9 student, can just invite them for this session, because I'm just gonna do a revision. I know that it's November 2023, but I can assure you that most of the things that we're gonna cover today, obviously most of them are gonna appear on the upcoming exams. Okay, so if you know any grade 9 student or a learner, just invite them to this session. You can also tap on the screen as many times if you want, and share the live stream with them so that they can be capacitated. So we are going to cover, so remember I said that I'm not going to be long, right? So just going to cover question, I think someone sent a flower, thank you JC Gaming. So we're just going to cover question 1, okay? So section A, question 1, and let me check. We are going to cover section B, question 2. Yeah, so I'm not going to be long. And then tomorrow I think we can also cover the rest of the paper. Someone is saying grade 8, please. Actually, I didn't plan for grade 8 learners, but then I'll think about it, because I was planning to maybe do for grade 9, 10, and 11s. So guys, thank you for joining this live stream. I'm your tutor, maths tutor. So I know I've been gone for, I think it's about 2 months. Is it 2 months, right? Yeah, I think it's 2 months and a couple of weeks, because I've been a bit busy. So I missed you a lot, guys. So can just tap on the screen in the meantime, so that we can reach more people before we start with this session. So obviously we're just gonna cover question 1 and 2. So yeah, so can we start, guys? I think we have enough people. Have been gone for like 2 months, so I think we have enough people to be capacitated. So can we start with this one? So someone saying, can you please start doing grade 10 papers as well? You helped me when I was in grade 9. Okay, so I will do the grade 10 paper, I think, on Wednesday. I will start with grade 10 paper on Wednesday, because today I said we were just going to cover grade 9 paper 1. So we're just going to do question 1 and question 2, and then tomorrow we cover the rest. Okay, so I will start grade 10 paper on Wednesday, and then maybe Wednesday and Thursday will be grade 10, and then Friday we start with grade 11 paper. Yes, that's what I'm promising. So grade 8 learners, maybe I can capacitate you guys on Saturday. Yeah, I'll think about it, because yeah. So guys, without wasting any time, I think we should start solving this paper. So remember, guys, most of these questions, they repeat them, just that most of you are not aware of it. So they repeat some of these questions. So if you give your time to practice them, do them, and understand them, I can promise you will score more than 80% on mathematics. And I'm going to say it again, mathematics is not difficult. It's just that it's your mindset, how you approach it. Maths is the easiest subject. If you practice, ask questions where you don't understand, and approach people who have an understanding, and get away from I'm friends who say maths is hard, because I know some of you are doing grade 9 this year, and the next year I'm running for maths lead. I'm not saying maths lead is wrong, but don't go for maths lead because you are saying mathematics is difficult, right? Go for maths lead because you want to do maths lead. Okay, so I want to just rebuild your mindset of thinking mathematics is hard. No, maths is not hard, guys. You just need to practice, ask questions, and fall in love with it. Okay, remember, if you fall in love with the subject will reciprocate the same love, and it will love you and give you flying colors. Okay, so without wasting any more time, guys, so let's start with the first question. So this is a grade 9 paper which was written last year. Okay, so it was written last year, November. So I'm just preparing grade 9 students for the September exams. I don't know if you guys write exams on September or what, but I know after COVID there were exams. But I'm just gonna capacitate you, and if you are doing grade 10, 11, I'll advise that you join, because I know some of you might have missed some of these topics, and then you end up losing your steps. So let's start with the first question, guys. So we have section A, question 1. Okay, so someone is saying, when are you doing grade 10? So I'm gonna start with grade 10 paper on Wednesday. Okay, so just be patient. So question 1, guys, they're saying that answer the following questions by choosing the correct answer. Circle the letter next to the correct answer. Okay, so it's basically a multiple choice question. Okay, so the first question, they're saying that a car travels at an average speed of 762 kilometers per hour. Okay, so this is the speed of the car. And then they're saying that which formula represents the distance in kilometers. Okay, we know that the distance is written as D, that the car travels in T hours. Okay, so you need to select amongst these options that you are given. Okay, so you need to select which which formula represents the distance in kilometers that the car travels in T hours. Can someone maybe give it a shot? Which one is the best option? So remember that you need to give me a formula that represents the distance in kilometers that the car travels in T hours. Okay, because the speed of the car is 762 kilometers per hour. So Dumi says it's A, and we have Diana says it's A. Says Keen says it's A. Who else want to give it a shot? I'm just reading the comments. Only 3 people responded. But okay, so guys, before you answer this question, I know some of you might be a bit confused. Before you answer this question, it is very important to know the distance formula, guys. Remember that the distance formula as D, which is the distance, is equals to what? Speed times time. So you need to know this by head. Okay, they won't give you this in the formula sheet. Okay, so you need to know that distance equals to speed times time. Okay, so in order for you to find the correct answer for this, you need to look at what you are given. So remember that you are given that the average speed is 762. So where there's speed, you put 762. Okay, so forget about the SI unit. So you're gonna say distance is equals to what? Speed is what? It's 762, and then time is what? T. Okay, so meaning our answer is supposed to look like this. Okay, so look at this. Option A, D equals to 762 times T. Okay, which is the correct answer for 1.1. So meaning the correct answer for this is A. Okay, so I can see some of you said it's D. Someone said it's between C and D. Someone said it's C. So I hope those who said C, D, or B, I hope you understand how we got to the final answer. So someone says, sorry, but when are you doing grade 11? So I'll start grade 11 on Friday. Yeah, although the revision on Friday. So some of you said it's B, C, D. I hope you understand how we got to A. Okay, so if you said C, D, can you just send maybe an emoji saying you understand now? Or maybe you can just send a text. You guys understand how we got to this point, right? You understand, right? So let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to the next question, guys. Remember, we are going to 1.2 right now. Okay, so for 1.2, they're saying that which of the following is not a polynomial. Okay, so you are given these options. A is 3, B is 3x squared plus the square root of 5x, C is x squared plus 1 over x squared minus 4, D is x to the power of 7 minus 3x squared plus 4. Okay, so you need to tell us which of the following options is not a polynomial. Okay, so let me just look at the responses. So Fifi says it's C. Okay, and then Diana says A doesn't have any terms. So I assume Diana says it's A. And then Ascenda says A is not a polynomial. And then let me check. Seskin says answer is C. Okay, and then we have Tabo N says it's A. So Tabo N says A is not a polynomial. And Tumi says A. And just hey, sorry for misspelling your name, says it's A. And who else? Unknown says it's A. Okay, let me just read a couple of your responses. Asanda says it's A. Short says it's A. and then the guy, the user with an emoji D, and then Skylar says it's A. And okay, let me just read a couple of here, and then we go to the answer now. Is it Lee Soul? I can't. Okay, it's A. Matidiso says it's A. Skinny A. Seku says it's A. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's go. So you can see most of you are saying A is not a polynomial. So guys, before we can answer this question, I want you guys to have an understanding first. Okay, you must have an understanding before you can answer a question. Okay, so remember what is a polynomial. We need to define this word, a polynomial. That's the first thing that we have to know. So you need to know the word first. Okay, we know that a polynomial is what is an algebraic expression, okay, which consists of variables and coefficients. Okay, so to see a polynomial, you need to see variable and what, and a coefficient. Okay, my handwriting is very bad, guys. You'll forgive me for that. So to see what a polynomial, you need to see a variable and a coefficient. Okay, so most of you said the response is A, and I saw some of you said it's C. So the answer might be A or C, right? So I can see someone say it's D now. So guys, let's get to this now. We need to break this down. So those of you are saying A is not a polynomial, right? I can see someone say it's because it does not have terms. Okay, so let's solve this. I want you guys to have an understanding so that when you are writing an exam, you won't get this wrong. Okay, so remember the conditions of a polynomial. There are conditions for a polynomial, and when you have a coefficient like this, remember that a coefficient, guys, it can also be something like this, 3x to the power of 0. So tell me, 3x to the power of 0, is it not equals to maybe 3? 3x to the power of 0 is the same as 3, right? So you can write this like this, which means this is not what? The answer. This is a polynomial. Those who said A, unfortunately, you got it wrong. Okay, so this is what a polynomial, because 3 is the same as 3x to the power of 0, because 3x to the power of 0 is the same as 3. Remember that any number to the power of 0 is 1. So this x can turn to 1 with 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, so make sure that next time when you see a coefficient standing alone, don't say it's not a polynomial. Okay, so I'm giving you this so that next time when you are writing, you will have an understanding. Okay, so do you agree with me, guys? Do you agree? Or do you understand what I said now? Especially those who said A. Do you now have an understanding? Okay, Fifi says, yes, I understand. Okay, good. Shadi says, yes. Okay, Kadi said, what is a coefficient? And then Lufuna, not even genuine question to assess. What's your goal? What was? Yes, I understand. Yes, I understood. Okay. So, guys, Kutwano says no. Guys, Kutwano, what is it that you don't understand here? I said, guys, if you have a coefficient like this, 3. See, you have a 3 here. I said this coefficient, guys, you can write them like this. For an example, guys, remember that if you have x, okay, let me just write x. X to the power of 0, guys, is equals to 1, right? X to the power of 0 is equals to 1, okay? So it means even if you have 1, you can't just say 1 is not a polynomial, because you can also write it as x to the power of 0, okay? And immediately when you see x to the power of 0, you know that it is what? It is a polynomial. For an example here, if you have 3 to the power of x, if you have 3x to the power of 0, you have a coefficient, you have a variable. Okay, even if you have x to the power of 0, there's a coefficient here which is 1, and there's a variable which is x. That is why I'm saying 3 is also a polynomial. So we are done. Let's move so that we can get rid of this paper. So B obviously it is a polynomial. Okay, it is a polynomial. And then when we get to C, I'm seeing something which is a bit strange here. You can see that we have x squared plus 1 over x squared. 1 over x squared, guys. Look at this. Look at this here. We have 1 over x squared. And we know that 1 over x squared, 1 over x squared, can be rewritten as what? As x to the power of minus 2. And if you know the conditions of a polynomial, you will understand something, that polynomials, guys, do not have a non-negative integer. So when you have this, according to the formula of a polynomial, this makes this what we are given here null already, because immediately when you have a negative exponent, it is null and void. Null and void to be a polynomial. Okay? Immediately when you have a negative exponent on a or on a term, or on whatever expression you are given, it will give you it defies the principles of polynomials. Okay? AMT, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining. Do you understand, guys? Do you understand? Or maybe I'm losing you. Do you understand? Because I don't want to write the formula of a polynomial. It's a bit long. Okay? It's a bit long. But immediately, when you are given an expression and it has an exponent which is negative, it does not meet the principles of a polynomial. So if you have x 1 to the power of like this, it's not a polynomial. If it has a negative exponent, it's gone. Okay? So meaning C in this point is the correct answer. C is not what? It's not a polynomial. Okay? So guys, listen, go and learn about polynomials after this. Go and learn their properties, their principles. You'll be sorted out. But I just gave you something, maybe a hint for next time not to get this wrong. Okay? Let's then move on to the next question. The next question, we have 1.3 here. Simplify. So you need to simplify this. Simplify this. Okay? So you need to simplify something like this. So we have bracket minus 2p to the power of 5, q bracket exponent 2. So you need to simplify this. So you are given these options here, A, B, C, and D. Can someone tell me what is the simplified version of this expression here? So Nolokutle says is D. Daniel says is D. Okay, let's see who else commented. Shaz says is D. Who do we have here? Gamo says, I know the answer. Give us the answer. Shadi says it's D. Seskin says it's D. Tabo N says it's D. John says it's B. Siabonga C. Musa D. France C. Bonolo. Where is Bonolo? I don't see her now. Okay, John B. Precious Zulu D. Khutato D. Musa Mlota B. Soka Lisa D. John B. Okay, A or D? I need one answer. So, guys, let me not waste time. So let's simplify this. So we have this, right? We have minus 2. And then we have P to the power of 5. We have Q squared, right? So we have this exponent outside this, okay? So in order to solve this, guys, I want to take you back to the laws of exponents. Okay, so you need to remember or maybe know the laws of exponents to solve this easily. Okay, so there's what we call power of power rule. Okay, so let me just write it here. So according to power of power rule, you will have something like this, right? You will have, maybe let's say you have x, and then you have it's base x to the power of n, right? And then you have an exponent outside, maybe let's say it's m. Okay, so what you do here, you will say this exponent which is outside the bracket will multiply with the exponent which is inside the bracket of this base. So in other words, here this will give you x to the power of n times m, meaning what is outside will multiply what is the exponent that is inside the bracket. Okay, so before you can solve this, guys, I want you to be careful because I know most people make mistakes here. You can see that we have -2, we have p, we have q. So -2 here, it looks like it does not have an exponent, but it does have an exponent. Okay, so -2 has an exponent 1 here. It's just that they don't write it because -2 to the power of 1 is the same as -2. P, we have an exponent of 5. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Q, so if you have q here, it does have an exponent of 1 here. Okay, so most people tend to make mistakes here because they forget that they are exponent. What they will do is that they will just focus on 5 and 2, and then they will get this wrong. Okay, so what is outside will multiply each of these exponents. In other words, this 2 will multiply with this 1, this 2 will also multiply with this 5, this 2 will also multiply with this 1. Okay, so when we break this bracket, we'll have equal -2. Remember that it has an exponent 1, right? So we'll say 1 multiplied by the 2, which is outside, the exponent 2 times 2. Okay, and then we go to p. Okay, the same with p. We're going to say p, it has an exponent of 5. Okay, so what you will do is you will say, okay, we have 2 outside. So this 2 will multiply with 5. Okay, so we'll have 5, the exponent of p, multiply by 2. Okay, and then you'll go again to q here. You'll write q down, and then remember we said q, it has an exponent of 1 also, so you'll say 1 will also multiply with an exponent which is outside 2. So we are applying the power of a power rule. So if you are not familiar with this, guys, go and learn the exponents. So I did a couple of videos whereby I was doing all the laws of exponents for the sake of your understanding. Okay, so you can just go through my TikTok videos. I think last year around June, I posted these videos of laws of exponents. So to solve this further, we will have, remember we have -2, which will be, we will have -2 to the power of what? This one will multiply with 2. Okay, it will give us 2 squared. And then we'll have p. Remember that p has 5 and 2. Okay, so this 5 and 2 will multiply each other. We'll have p to the power of what? 10. Okay, and then for q, we'll say 1 times 2, which will give us 2. Okay, so the final answer, we'll just say -2 to the power of 2. We know that we'll just say -2 to the power of 2 is the same as say -2 times 2. We know that -2 times -2, right? It will give us 4. Okay, and then we have p to the power of 10 and q to the power of 2. So this is the final answer. And then if we look at this and we look at that, they are similar. So meaning the correct answer here is D. Okay, so I know most of you have done this, you understand this, but there are those who are a bit foggy. So I made sure that I make it to become like a simple so that they will understand. Okay, so look at this, guys. Those who maybe got lost, I hope you have an understanding. What happened to the negative? So short Pookie says, what happened to the negative? I assume you're talking about this negative here, -2. So short, I don't know, you're short Pookie. Remember, when you have -2 to the power of 2, is the same as having -2 times -2, okay? -2 times -2 will give you +4. That's why we have 4 here, okay? So I hope you are clear now. I hope you are clear now. Let me look at the comments. Okay, let's see. Guys, are you sorted? Can we move on? Are you all sorted? Can we move on? Are you all sorted? Understood. Can I please ask, because there is something you wrote on steps. Stelo says, can I please ask, because there is something you wrote on the steps. Stelo, you can ask. What is it you want to ask? Let me check. There's someone else here. Do negative cancels out each other? Yeah, negative will cancel out each other. Oh, okay, now we understand, okay? Yes. Thank you, you sorted. Yes, move on, please. So people are saying I should move on. So they are saying I should move on. So guys, I'm moving on because I think you are all sorted. So let's move on to the next question, guys. So we are done with this part, okay? So those who might have missed from here up until here, I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel, so don't worry. You will have all this on the YouTube channel, okay? So let's move on to the next question. So we have this question now. So remember, I said I'm just going to do question 1 and 2, so I'm not going to be long. So this is what we have now. So guys, please don't forget to tap on the screen in the meantime. Tap on the screen. Let's just reach 5K reactions. Can you just tap on the screen in the meantime? Just tap as many times as you feel like, okay? Let's reach 5K reactions. So guys, look at this now. So we are going to the next one, which is so someone says, not me who done maths lead, but the understanding, and my answers were all right. That's great. That's great. So we have what's this? We have 1.4 now. We have 1.4. So can we start with 1.4? Are you guys ready for that? Are you ready for 1.4? So someone say, can you do grade 10 trig functions? I will do grade 10 papers on Wednesday. I promise that, okay? So let's go, guys. So we have this 1.4. Someone says, I learned this today. Look at this, guys. So 1.4, they're saying that which of the following graphs represents the line y equals to -x plus 2 and y is equals to x minus 2. So you are given 4 graphs. So you have A, B, C, D. So can someone tell me which of the following represent these 2 lines? Excuse me. Yeah. Can someone tell me which ones between A, B, C, D? Yeah. Can someone tell me? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Kele says it's D. That guy says it's A. Tabo N says it's C. Is it? Let me check. Diaz says it's B. Dark Horse says it's C. And then we have 4th. Hey, I can't spell the name. Baby says it's D. Okay, let's check. There are a lot of responses. Tumi says it's D. Charlene says it's C. Kamogelo D. Melo says A. Vanessa D. Nolukolo Beyond Boys, okay? C. Lindani says it's C. Lindani says it's C. Okay, good, guys. Thank you for the responses. So let me just go and do it for the sake of time, guys. Okay, so this question, guys, is not a guess question, because I know some of you are a bit foggy. You don't understand even the question. Okay, so what this question actually is saying is that when you are looking at this y equals to minus x plus 2, which line here represent this? And when you're looking at this one, y equals to x minus 2, which line resembles it? Because we have two lines. We have this one and this one. So one of this must represent this, and one of this must represent that. Okay? So in order to solve this easier, guys, so I'm just going to use a clean sheet. So to solve this easier, guys, I recommend that, I know that it's just, let me check, it's just 1 mark. But I'm just going to teach you the long method of it. And I know most of you don't love long methods, but I'm telling you, long methods will help you. So let's start first by drawing just 2 tables. So we're going to have 1 table. Let's start writing a first table like this, okay? So you will have this table, and then this will represent the x values, and then this will be y equals to x plus 2. So you'll have y equals to x plus 2. This will be the y values, okay? And then let's just draw the blocks like this, okay? So the x values will be 0, 1, 2, and then we'll have 1 and 2 here, so which is negative and negative, okay? So this is like the easier way of solving it, okay? So we are starting with this one first, guys, okay? Negative x plus 2. We are starting with this one first, okay? So to plot this, guys, what you will do, this is I think you will understand this method. What you will do is that in order for you to get the y values here, you will just have to insert the value of x here. Okay, so remember we have y equals to x plus 2. So where there's x, you put negative 2. Where there's x, you put negative 1. Where there's x, and so forth. Okay, so let's first start with this one. So you have y equals to x plus 2, right? So all you have to do is to substitute negative 2 on x here. So we have y equals to x plus 2, right? So where there's x, you put negative 2, or you substitute by negative 2, right? So if you can put this in your calculator, you will say negative 2 plus 2 will give you how much? Can someone tell us? Negative 2 plus 2? Can someone please tell us what is negative 2 plus 2? It's 0, right? So we have 0. And then you go to the next one. You say, you put negative 1 now. Instead of negative 2, you say negative 1. You substitute it here. Negative 1 plus 2 is how much? It's 1, right? You'll get 1. And then you go again. You put 0 now. 0 plus 2, it's 2, right? And then 1 plus 2 is 3, okay? And then 2 plus 2, it's 4. I hope I'm not fast, because I know some of you might get lost, so I don't want to lose any of you guys, okay? I don't want to lose any of you, okay? So let's then continue. Hey guys, I think there's a mistake here. Sorry. There's a mistake here, guys. This is not x plus 2. It's actually negative here. It's actually negative here. Sorry, guys. I recently realized that. Let's start again. Sorry. I didn't write the formula well. So this is negative x plus 2. Remember, it's negative here. Sorry for that. Yeah, okay. I think I should look at the comments, because I think some of you were still warning me. Let me check. I think someone... Oh, yeah. Some of you noticed that. Okay, guys. Sorry for that. Forgive me. So we're going to start again, guys. Sorry. So let's start again. We have negative 2. So this is like this. So let me just make an example with 1. So remember that here we have y equals to negative x plus 2, right? So remember I said the first step is to put negative 2 here. So you'll have negative bracket, negative 2 plus 2. So if you have a calculator, I think you can help us fast instead of us doing all this long method. So this negative will multiply this negative, will have 2 plus 2, which will give us 4. So the first one will be 4. Can someone with a calculator give us the answer for this? Because I think we've wasted a lot of time. So tell us, what is the answer for negative 1? For negative 1, it will be 3, right? It's 3 here. Yes. And then for 0, it's how much? For 0, guys, is it 2? Yeah, it's 2. Thank you, guys, those who are replying. It's 2 for 1. For 1 is how much, guys? For 1 is 1, right? Thank you. It's 1. And then for 2, I see Mangoba says it's 0. 0 from Junior, okay? Most of you are saying it's 0. So for 2, it's 0 here, okay? So thank you, guys. Those who replied, thank you. So this is a table for y is equals to negative x plus 2, okay? So we are done with the first table. So let's do the table for y equals to x minus 2, okay? So let's go. So I'm using these long methods for the sake of those who might be lost, because we are not equal in this TikTok. So I have to make sure that I accommodate everyone. So we have x. So now we have y is equals to x minus 2. Okay. So for this one, we are gonna do the same thing that we did previously, guys. Okay, let me check. I just want to make sure that I have. Okay, it will be 0 here. Let's put 0. Let's put negative 1, negative 2, 1 and 2. Okay, so for this one, guys, again, remember, you're gonna do the same. I said this one is for y equals to x minus 2, right? So I'm just gonna do a manual example before we use a calculator. So we have y is equals to x minus 2, right? So where there's x, you put negative 2, right? And then you say y equals to negative 2, and will give you this negative 2, which will give you minus 4. Am I correct? So you will have negative 4 for the first one. Am I correct, guys? So it's negative 4. And then let's do, can someone please do this for me on the calculator? I mean, for us, yeah. We are together in this. So the next one, for negative 1, Mangoba, negative 3, Naledi, and she. Okay, yeah. Thank you, guys. Negative 3. And then 0, we will have how much for 0, guys? 0. It will be negative 2 from Miss Francis. Okay, thank you, guys. Negative 2. And then for 1, we are going to have how much for 1? Is it minus 1? Yeah, it's negative 1, right? It's negative 1. And then for 2, obviously, we know that it will give us 0, right? It's 0, okay? So here comes the best part now, whereby we are going to identify which graph now suits these two tables, right? So what we will do here, we will draw a graph. So this is just a rough sketch, okay? So we are going to have a graph like this, okay? And then I'm just gonna input the integers here. So these are the x-axis, these are the y-axis, okay? The x-axis and the y. So we have 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, okay? And then we have 1, 2, 3. And let me check. I think let me take it to 4, because we do have positive 4. So let me take 4, and we have negative 4 also. So I'm going to include 4. Then we're going to have negative 1 here, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. Okay, so let's first start with the first one. Remember the question, which of the following graphs represent these two lines? So let's start with this line here, y equals to negative x plus 2. So we're just going to plot, guys, okay? All we have to do now is to plot. Remember, these are the x-axis and these are the y-axis. So it's axis and y. So we first start with the x-axis. So where there's negative 2, we're just going to put our pen there. So we have negative 2. It corresponds with what? With 4. Okay? So remember we said negative 2 here. It's x. Remember, these are the x-axis. So I'm doing this for the sake of those who might be struggling. So we have negative 2 on the x-axis, right? So I'm going to put my pen where there's negative 2. Okay? And then we are going on the y-axis, which is this line. So we are going to look for 4, right? So I'm going to take my line from 2 here. I'm going to go up until 4. You see, the 4, this is where they correspond with 4. So this is where my coordinate point will be. Okay, so I'm just going to put a coordinate point for this first one. Okay, and then I'm going to the second one. I hope I'm not moving fast for some of you. Are you still with me, guys? Are you still with me? Am I moving fast, or you understand what I'm doing now? I'll look at the comments. Because I've realized that some people are still struggling with plotting coordinates. Are you still with me, guys? You understand? Yes, we understand. We understand. Okay. Yeah, I can see most of you. Someone says go slow. Okay. Okay, I will try to go slow. We understand geometry. I will do geometry next time. Yes, Yebo King from King Fast. Understand. Yeah, understand with you, sir. So let's go, guys. So remember, someone said I'm fast. I'm going to start again, guys. So listen, remember we did this. So these are the x-axis and these are the y-axis. So the goal now is to plot this table on the graph. Okay? We have to plot this table on the graph. Okay? So I said these are the x-axis, meaning these numbers here represent the x-axis, and this one here, they represent the y-axis. So this 2 corresponds with 4. This one corresponds with this one. This one corresponds. So we're just going to plot this. Negative 2 and 4. Negative 1 and 3. 0 and 2. So we start first with this one. I said we have negative 2. You are going to go to your graph. Where there's negative 2, you put your pen there. This is negative 2. You put it here. And then remember, this is for x, right? For x-axis, I mean. And then you go on your y-axis. So you have 4. Okay, if you can look at this, I'm going to put my finger here on 2. If you can look at this, on the y-axis, we have 4 here. So you need to plot. Your point will be where they both meet. This is where they meet. Remember, there's 4 and negative 2. So this is the point where they meet. Okay? So you understand now, guys. I hope you understand this. So someone says, I see it now. Good. This is what I want. So we are done with negative 2 and 4. So let's go to the next one, which is negative 1 and 3. Similarly, we're going to go to 1. Negative 1 first for x. So remember, this are the x-axis. Okay, the horizontal one are the x-axis. So when I go to negative 1, and then remember x is 3, right? So look, y-axis is 3. So where they meet, this is where we are going to draw our point. So negative 1 and 3. So this is where they meet. Okay? So remember that my line won't be that straight because this is just a rough sketch. Okay? And then let's go to this one here. We have 0 is to 2. Remember, we start with x-axis. We have 0 here. And then the y-axis is 2. So our point will be here. Okay? We are done with 0 is to 2. And then we go to the next one. 1 is to 1. So x is 1 and y is 1. So this is where they meet. Okay? So, and then we are done with this one. We go to this one. We have 2 is to 0. Meaning where x is 2, we put our finger. And then where y is 0, we put our finger. So this is where y is 0 and where 2 is 2. So, where x is 2. So meaning this is our line for y equals to negative x. So that's going to draw this line based on this point, okay? So we are going to just do this. Remember, it's not going to be straight because this is just a rough sketch, okay? So you see, this one is for y equals to minus x plus 2. We are done with the first one. So we're going to do the same with the second one, which is y equals to x minus 2. Okay, guys? I hope you're still with me. I hope you're still with me. So let's go to the next one. We are going to do the same thing that we did here. We're going to start with the first coordinate. So the first coordinate, x is negative 2, y is negative 4. So let's start. X is negative 2, right? And then they're saying that y is negative 4. So these are the x-axis, remember. They say x is negative 2 and y is negative 4. You see, this is where y is negative 4. So where do they meet? They meet somewhere around here. Okay, so this is where they meet. So it's not that accurate because this is a rough sketch, guys, okay? And then we go to the next coordinates. We have negative 1 and negative 3, right? So let's go. We have negative 1 and negative 3. So we go to our sketch. So this is where x, where there's negative 1, it's here, okay? And then where y is negative 3, it's here. So where do they meet? They meet somewhere around here, okay? So these are our coordinates. So this is not massive. Someone say this is massive. Guys, this is not massive. Plotting coordinates. This is grade 7 work, okay? And then let's continue. The next point is 0 is to negative 2, right? So where there's x, where there's x, we put 0. So this is 0. And then where there's y, it's negative 2. So y, where there's negative 2, it's here. So our next coordinate will be here. Similarly with the next one, we have 1 is to negative 1. So we have positive 1, which is x, and then negative 1, which is y. So they meet here. The last one is 2 is to 0. So x is 2. And then y is what? It's 0. So this is where they meet. So our line will be like this. Okay? It will be something like this. So this is what they were looking for. Let's look at the options that we have. The options that we have, guys. So A, look at A. A, it's not the same as this. B, it's a bit similar but not the same. But C, look at C. Look at this and C. You can see that they are similar. So meaning the correct answer for this, it's C. I know it took a long time, but I had to go through the long step so that you guys may have an understanding. Okay? So are you clear, guys, with this one? You understand, right? You understood what we did from here up until here, right? So, guys, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? Shadi says thanks. Yes, very much from, okay. Timeless, yes, said it, okay. Okay, yeah, people are good, which makes me smile. We see that you are good, guys. You see that we are good, which is good. Let's continue then, guys, because I can see someone says, yeah, we need to continue. So, guys, those who missed what we did from question 1, don't worry. This video will be posted on my YouTube channel. You will find it there, okay? You will find this video on my YouTube channel, don't worry. Okay, so let's move to the next question. It is 1.5. So they are saying that determine the rule in the following diagram. Okay, you need to determine the rule in this diagram. Okay, so someone say name of the YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel, guys, in order for you to access my YouTube channel, just click on my TikTok profile. When you click on my TikTok profile, you will see there on my profile, there's a YouTube icon there. If you tap on that YouTube icon, it will take you straight to my YouTube channel. Okay, so there's no need for me to tell you the name of my YouTube. You just have to click on the YouTube icon on my TikTok profile. Okay, so I think I'm done Okay, let's go to 1.5. Let's go to 1.5. Remember, they say determine the rule in the following diagram. Determine the rule in the following diagram. So this is the diagram that we have. So according to this diagram that we have the input, which is x. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the output, which is y. And then it is 4, 9, 14, and 19. And then in the middle, we have y equals to. So what they need is for you to put the formula here, or the rule. Remember, you put 1 in and then it comes out as 4. So you need to determine what is it that transformed 1 to be 4. Okay, so you'll have to pick from these ones. Okay, each of these ones. Okay, so you can see people are already giving me responses. Some are saying it's B, some are saying it's C. Okay, let's see the answers from France. She says it's B. Kyoratile B. France D. B is the answer from she. Likuwe says it's B. Call her. Tapsa says B. Rose. Samantha says it's B. Brasidas SA. What is input? So this is what you input into whatever you have here. That's the input. Ascender says it's B. France says it's V. Kyoratile B. Oh, I can see most of you are saying it's B. Yeah, there are a lot of B's. So I think you guys understand this. So I don't need to maybe go through all the hassle. So just for the sake of those who might be lost, I can see most of you are saying it's B. So you can, guys, since this is 1 mark, you can just use your calculator and just punch something like this on a calculator. Just say 5 bracket, open bracket, close bracket, -1. And then this here will be whatever you input here. So let's say you put 1 here. Okay, let's see if it will give you 4. So if you put 1 here, it will be 5 times 1, which is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, it's good, it's correct. So let's say you put 2 here. It will be 5 times 2. So you put 2 in here. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 minus 1, it's 9. You see? So you can see why people chose B. So you don't have to struggle with such questions. These are free marks. You can just test with your own calculator to find what you are looking for. Okay? I can see you guys are responding. I don't want to ignore your messages. Oh, okay, you are writing there the answers. So I was just giving you a short way of coming up with this. Okay? But then another way of finding it, you can look for the difference between 4, 9, 14, and 19, okay? So from 4 to 9, we know that you added how much? From 4 to 9, you've added how much, guys? Hey, guys, someone's saying I'm wasting time, so I don't know if they want me to rush over. And then there's someone else who's saying I should repeat, so... should I just move fast? I don't know, because someone is saying I'm fast, someone is saying I'm wasting time, so I don't know. Okay, guys, look. From 4 to 9, you've added 5. From 9 to 14, you've added that 5. And then from 14 to 19, you've added 5, okay? Meaning it will be your first... to the answer. So you'll have 5 here. And then what you will say is that you look at your inputs. You'll say this, okay? Let's say I input 5. I input 1. I say 5 times 1. It will give me 5, right? And then my output is 4. So if I say 5 times 1, it will give me 5, but I'm looking for 4, meaning I will subtract by 1, okay? So I'm just giving you another way of doing it. You'll find the difference and you'll say, you look at your inputs, you'll say 5 times the first input, it's 5, but I'm looking for 4. In order for us to get to 4, we subtract 1. You find, oh, it's correct, but let me test with the second input. So the second input is 2, right? So you will say 5 times the second input, which is 2. 5 times 2 is what? It's 10. And then, but I'm looking for 9, meaning this minus 1 is correct, you see? So that's another way of finding it. Are you sorted now, guys? Are you sorted now? Should we move to the next one? Are you all sorted? Should we move to the next question? Hey guys, someone's saying I'm speaking fast. So I don't know. I don't know whether I should be slow or should be fast. I don't know. So guys, should we move, okay? Let's move to I see there's more yeses than no's. So let's move to the next one. This is the last question for today, guys. Remember I said I'm going to do question 2 up until here. Okay, so then tomorrow we'll do question 3 up until the end of the paper. So let's do section B now. Let's do section B. So guys, remember, tap. Let's go to 20K. Before we start with question 2, let's just tap. And yeah, let's reach 20K so that we can start with this question. So this question is a bit, I'm not going to say it's challenging, but it's easy. It's easy, guys. It's easy. Yeah, it's easy. It's not that difficult. Someone is saying don't be fast. Okay, sorry, I won't be fast this time. I'm gonna try to be slow because I thought, remember guys, I'm trying to capacitate all of you. Someone say I'm wasting time, and then someone say don't be fast. So I don't know, but then let's go. I'll try to be fast and slow to accommodate everyone. What time are you starting tomorrow? So tomorrow I think I'm gonna start at, let's make it 6. Yeah, let's make it 6. I'll continue with this paper. So question 2, guys, we are starting with question 2, section B, right? I hope you are paying attention. So you are given this 8m squared, 16mn, and 16n. And then they're saying that write down the HCF and the LCM. So we know that HCF is the highest common factor, and the LCM is what? It is the lowest common multiple. Okay? So can someone give me the first answer? 2.1.1. What is the answer? What is the highest common factor for this? Yeah, can someone tell me? What is so? Empire says it's 4. Thou shalt say it is 2. Sechaba says it's 4. 4. Okay, I can see there are more 4s. 8. Okay. Okay, I can see there are a lot of responses that I'm getting. Yeah, there are a lot of responses that I'm getting. Or 8, I can see more 8. Someone say, what does LLM stand for? I said it's HCF, guys, not LLM. It's highest common factor. Okay? Yeah, that's the highest common factor. So what is the highest common factor? Let's first define this. So we know that the highest common factor is the largest number that can evenly divide all the given numbers without leaving a remainder, right? So that's the highest common factor. So I can see most of you said it's 8. So guys, do not be confused by this m squared, mn, and n's. This, just putting this to confuse you. Just focus on 8, 16, and 16. Okay, this is where I want you to put your focus on. So let me just utilize this blank page. So to find the thing, the highest common factor, so I'm just gonna try to be slow and fast at the same time, because yeah, to find the highest common factor for this one, we first need to list, okay? Remember that we have 8, 16, and 6. So I told you that you need to focus on 8, 16, and 16, right? So we first need to list, okay? You need to list the factors of each number. So let's list the factors of 8. What are the factors of 8, guys? We know that the factors of 8 can be 1. Can also be what? Can be 2. Can be 4. And can be 8. Okay? So these are the factors of 8. Okay? And then what are the factors of 16? This is the easier way of solving this question. The factors of 16, we know that it will be 1. It will also be 2. It will also be 4. It will also be 8 and also 16. Okay, so let me just remove this other 16 because it's still the same, 16 and 16. So looking at these two, guys, what is the highest common factor? Meaning you have to look, in order for you to determine that, okay, for the sake of those who might be lost, you need to look at, okay, how do I explain this for those who might be struggling with this? You need to look at the factors of each of these, okay? And then you look at which ones do they have in common, okay? So let's start. They both have 1. They both have 2. They both have 4. And they both have 8, right? So these are the factors that are common. But the highest one, which one is the highest? It's 8. Okay? Remember, they have these common factors, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4. But the highest one among all of this is 8. Okay, I hope this is easy for those who may be struggling. You get it, guys? You understand? So remember, guys, I have to explain it like this for the sake of those who might be lost somewhere. Okay, you understand? So you say, okay, yes, they have similar factors, which is 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 8 and 8. But which one is the highest among all of this? It's 8 and 8. Okay? You good? Oh, yes. Okay, I can see. Yeah, most people. Yeah, guys, Kamogelo says I'm lost. Kamogelo says I'm lost. And who else is lost, guys? Who else is lost except for Kamu? Ro says I'm also lost. Miguel is also lost. Nels and Fikile. Okay, Neos is also lost. Guys, most of you are lost. Guys, remember, I'm gonna repeat this for the sake of those who are lost, guys. I'm sorry for those who are in a hurry. I'm gonna start this from scratch. Okay? I'm gonna start this from scratch. So, guys, remember the question is that given this 8, 16, and 16, write down the highest common factor. Okay? This is what you do. The first step, I want you to listen. The first step, number 1, is for you to find what the factors of each of these numbers. Okay, so let me cancel this out. Don't focus on this for now. The first step is to find the factors of each of these numbers. So remember, we have 8, 16, and 16. Since we have 8, so remember that we have 8, we also have 16. So there's no need for me to write another 16 here because we have 16 again, okay? So we need to find the factors of what? Of 8 and 16. So what are the factors of 8? We said the factors of 8 is 1. So the reason we say this is 1 is a factor of 8, because I saw someone does not understand this, is because 1 can be, 1 can be divided by 8. Okay, no, what am I saying now? You can have 8 can be divisible by 1. Okay, 1, and also 2. You can divide 8 by 2. Okay, you can also divide 8 by 4. Okay, you can also divide 8 by 8. Okay, so the reason we don't include 3 here is because you cannot say 8 over 3. It will give you a very long number. Okay, a very long decimal. So I'm just trying to make it simple for those who might be lost. Okay, so let's continue. Those who are lost, do you understand how we got these factors? Okay, someone says thank you so much. That's good. Okay, yes, okay, yeah. Okay, you understand now. Good. So let's go to 16 again, guys. You can divide 16 can be divided by 1. 16 can also be divided by 2. Okay. 16 can be divided by 3. You can say 16 over 3 will give you a weird number. So I can see some people are saying, Bo, hi, Bo, what are you saying? Guys, remember, we are not the same here. So the reason I'm explaining it like this, I'm trying to accommodate those who might be struggling. Remember, we are not coming from the same schools, guys. So if this works for someone, just hold whatever knowledge you have for yourself. Okay, I'm sorry to be a bit harsh, but some people just have to put them to the right place. So let's say 16 over 3. We ignore it. So you're gonna say 16 over 4. You can divide 16 by 4. You can also divide it by 8. You can also divide it by 16. Okay. So remember, I'm just writing the factors here. Okay. So let's then do this. Find the highest common factor. Let's find the highest common factor. The highest common factor for this is like this. Okay, sorry for that. I'm just gonna, don't know if you can see my screen. Can you still see my screen, guys? Because I think it went a bit off. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, guys. We can do this now. Let's go. We are now looking for the highest common factor, right? So I said the next step is to find the common factors. We have to look at the factors of each numbers and then which ones do they have in common. So they have 1 in common. 1 and 1 are common, right? They have 2 and 2 common. They have 4 and 4 common. They have 8 and 8 common. So now that these are the common factors that they have, ignore 16. 16 is not counted in. These are the common factors they have. Which one is the highest? Here, the highest common factor between 8 and 16. It's 8, guys. You see, it's the highest number here between 1, 2, and 4. This is the highest number here. Okay, so you understand now. Okay, you can see that someone says we understand. Do you understand, guys? Okay, good. Hey, guys, I'm sorry for being a bit harsh. I'm not always harsh, but, some people, they love, playing around. It's 8, okay? So just put 8 here. So let's go to lowest common multiple. Let's go to lowest common multiple. So 2.1.2. Guys, sorry for laughing. 2.1.2. We are going to find the lowest common multiple here between 8 and 16, right? So similarly, right, what you have to do first, you are going to, okay, remember that we are looking for, we are dealing with 8 and 16, right? So the first thing that you have to do, guys, you need to list the multiples of each numbers, okay? So you need to list the multiples of 8 and 16. What are the multiples of 8? So let's just write them, maybe 6 multiples or maybe 5. So multiples of 8, we know that it's 8. Remember, we are looking for lowest common multiple. That's why we are now writing the multiples of 8, okay? So it's 8, it's what? It's 16. It's 8, 16, and what? It's 24, right? Thank you for the ice cream, my lady. Thank you so much. Okay, we have 24 now, and then followed by 32, and then we have 40, okay? And then what follows? What follows? Okay, people are saying 35. No, it's fine. So let's go to 16, the multiples of 16. And what are the multiples of 16? We know that the first one is 16 because 16 is a multiple of 16, right? And then followed by what? By 32. Followed by what? By 48. So, and then followed by 64, right? So those who are sending gifts, thank you so much. Highly appreciated, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can someone tell me what is the next one? 64? After 64? So remember, we have 1632, 48, 64. Someone is saying it's 128. Is it true? Someone is saying it's 128. Oh, it's 80. I can see more 80s. Good. It's 80. So let's go. Let's go. So you understand how we got the multiples, guys. Remember, here we are looking for factors. That's why we wrote the factors of 8 and 16. Now we are looking for multiples. That's why we wrote the multiples of 8 and 16. And then we need to find the lowest common multiple between 8 and 16, right? So now, after this, guys, we need to look at each multiples of each number. And then which ones do they have in common? Similar to the side, we need to look at the common ones. So let's look at this first. We have 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. And then here we have 16, 32, 48, and 64, and 80. Look at this. There's 32 here. You see, we have 32 here. We also have 32 here. This is the common multiple. It is the lowest. You know why we say this is the lowest one? It's because it is the one that comes first. Because if we could stretch this, there will be other common multiples. But these are the ones that come first. You understand? Okay, I can see that. I wanted to test some people. I see that most of you are paying attention. Yeah, guys, you are correct. It's 16, right? So I just wanted to see that you're just taking what I'm feeding you, but I can see that you guys are paying attention. It's correct, okay? You are correct. The correct one is actually 16, okay? So I'm pleased that you guys are paying attention. You guys are really paying attention. It's actually 16, not 32. Okay. Good, guys. You are paying attention. That's great. So it's the first one that comes. Okay, we have 16. We have 16 here. I rushed to 32 because I just wanted to see if you guys were paying attention. Good. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's go. Let's move to the next question. We are done. It's 16 here. It's 16 here, okay? So we are moving to the next one. 2.2. So guys, remember we have 2.2, 2.3, and the last one is actually 2.5, okay? So let's just push. We are almost done with question 2. So we have 2.2. We have 2.2, right? So this one, guys, you just have to, I know some of you are struggling with a bit of finance, but I can tell you that finance, it's very easy if you understand what is written here. Okay, meaning you need to understand what you are given. So let's first start with reading what you are given. So they say that Mary, Tando, and John each had 3,000 to spend on a trip to Durban. Okay, so let's say you and your two other friends, you have 3,000 to spend on a trip to Durban, and they use different companies to book their accommodation. So currently, guys, you can maybe have a company that can book everything for you. You just have to pay them, and then they will do everything for you. Okay, and then company A, the first company, it offers 20% discount. Okay, they'll give you a 20% discount of what you pay. Okay, the second company offers to pay 3/4 of the total price if you pay cash, and okay, this one will give you 3/4. It will pay 3/4 of the total price if you pay cash. And company C had no special offers. So C, guys, you see this C, they say it has no special offers. So you have to understand, guys, just highlight this. The first company, it offers 20% discount. The second one, it offers to pay 3/4 of the total price. The last one, C, it has no special offers, meaning if you have to pay 4,000, they take that 4,000 as it is. They're saying that complete the table below by filling in the amount after discount. You see, they say below by filling the amount after discount in the last column. Okay, so let's go. So we have company A. So for company A, they're saying that the amount before discount is 3,000, meaning they need that 3,000 for company A. So they're saying amount after discount. So you need to give the amount after discount here. Amount after discount here. I know most of you, you know what is a discount, né? You know what is a discount. So let me just get a blank paper so that I can do it meanwhile. So guys, let's go. We have to calculate the discount here for the first company. So remember that the company, they say they offer you 20% discount, right? So we need that amount after the 20% discount. Okay, so remember that you have to pay 3,000. Okay, and then what you will do, you will multiply that 3,000 with the discount amount so that we can see how much you're going to save. So you multiply with 20%. Okay, so you know that this is the same as 3,000 multiplied by 20 over 100. And then this will give you how much? How much is this, guys? It's 600, right? It's 600 rand. Meaning this is the discount that they're giving to you. If you use the first company, they're giving you a discount of 600, right? So you are saving 600, meaning what you will give to them is how much? You're going to take the original price, which is 3,000. You subtract it with the discount amount, which is 600. Okay, which will give you how much? What is the amount? 3,000 minus 600. It's 2,400, right? It's 2,400. You get it? So this is the amount after the discount. This is the one that you put here. So it is 2,400. I hope you understand, because I saw someone saying this topic is a bit challenging for them. Mia says I don't get it. Come on, guys. Lekia says I understand. someone does not get this, guys. I don't know why, but I think I explained this. Okay, let me just explain this without making calculations. Let's say you are going to buy an expensive shoe which costs 3,000, né? And then when you arrive at the shop, they're saying to you, man, our shop offers 20% off. Okay, let's say you have two shops. The first shop, it's which one? Okay, let's say you have shop A, right? You have shop B. Okay, let me focus on shop A. When you enter in shop A, they say the shoe is actually 3,000, but we offer you 20% discount. Okay, so what they're actually saying to you when they're saying there's a discount of 20%, meaning you won't actually pay 3,000 for the shoe. You'll pay the discount of 20% from that 3,000. Okay, so what you will do, you will say, okay, I have 3,000 to buy this shoe, right? So calculate for me how much will I pay if you give me this discount of 20%. So we first have to calculate the 20% of 3,000. This is what we did here. 20% of 3,000, it's actually 600. Meaning for that shoe, you won't pay 3,000. I mean, you will save 600 from that 3,000 that you have. Okay, from that 3,000 that you have, you will save 600 because of that 20% discount, right? So we need to see now how much will you pay from that 3,000. You will say, okay, I had 3,000. Now they give me a discount of 600. So we subtract the two, and then 3,000 minus 600 will give you 2,400, which is the price of the shoe that we're looking for. Now you'll pay 2,400 instead of paying 3,000. That's the discount that you got. I think this is, I've explained it better now. The person who was lost, I hope you understand now. I hope you understand. Are you clear? Are you clear? Are we clear, guys? All of you? Should we move on? Should we move on, guys? Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question, we are going to focus on the next company now. Company B. Company B, okay. Mia says, yes, I get it. Good. So company B now, they say that, okay, remember you had 3,000 amount before the discount. Remember what company B said. They say the company B offers to pay 3/4 of the total price, meaning they will only pay 3/4 of that price, the total price, that 3,000. So we need to calculate 3/4 of 3,000, the same. Okay, so we're gonna take that 3,000, we multiply it by the 3/4, okay, which will give us how much? So we're gonna say 3,000 times 3/4. How much is it, guys? How much is it, guys? Is it 2,250? Yeah, it's 2,250. Okay, so look at this, guys. The second company says to you, no, we will pay 3/4 of the total amount. Okay, this is, they've paid 3/4 of what? Of the total amount, of the total price. Okay, so here they say pay of the total price, which is this one here, 2,250. Okay, so they will pay 2,250. Okay, this one was, it's easy. We are done. We are done. Okay, someone is saying no, it's 225. So let's move on, guys. I hope you are all sorted with this one. I hope you are all sorted with this one. Consolate, please check your calculator, my dear. just say 3,000 multiplied by 3 over 4. Yeah, please check your calculator. So we are going to 2.3 right now, guys. So 2.3, oh, it's actually late. Damn, we are heading to 9. Wow. So 2.3, guys, they're saying that, can we move to 2.3, guys? Are you ready? Okay, 2.3, they're saying that the current exchange rate of Polish, I don't know whether it's zloty to South African rand, it's 1:4.47. Okay, so they're saying that convert 18,356.26 to Polish zloty. This one is also easy now. Okay, this one is also easy. You just have to convert here. So remember that saying that the current exchange rate of Polish zloty to South African rand is 1:4. So I can assume that they are saying that 1 Polish zloty is actually equals to 4.47. Okay, so they want you to convert 18,000 something to Polish zloty. Okay, so you're just gonna say this. Remember I said, maybe I'm just assuming now, guys. Okay, you're gonna say this is 1 Polish what is to 4.47. So let me make an example for the sake of those who might want a clear understanding. So you understand about the exchange rate. So you know that the price of $1 right now. I don't know how many of you are aware of the price of $1 right now. $1 is equal to how many rands? Can someone maybe tell us? $1 is how much rands? So you know that $1 US dollar is approximately 18 rands, right? So I can see someone, it's like 18.25. Okay, so currently it's this much. 1 USD is equals to how this much. Okay, so if you want to find out how many okay, let's say you have 20,000 rands, you need to convert it to USDs. This is actually what they're asking you here. We need now to convert 20,000 to USD to see how much 20,000 will be in USDs. Okay, so looking at this, yeah? Someone says I'm lost. I don't know, because I tried to make a better example. Look at this, man. If you have $1 US currently is equals to 18 rand 0.25 cents. Okay, so if you have 20,000 rands, you need to convert it to US dollars. How will you do that? That's actually what they're asking here. We have one, I don't know what the hell is this currency. Is it a currency? I don't know. So 1 Polish what is to 4.47. I'm assuming that these are the rands. 1 zloty something is equals to 4.47 rands. Okay. Yo, someone is saying, how did you get 18.25? This is just an example. It's just an example. I'm not... Guys, this is just an example. Forget this. Okay? Forget this. This is just an example. Forget this. Focus on this now. Focus on this. Forget that. I was just making an example. So look at this, guys. They say that... Remember, I'm going to read this again. The current exchange rate for Polish zloty to South African rand is 1:4. So basically what they're saying there is that 1 Polish which is a currency, is equals to 4.47 rands. Okay? So now, what they're saying is that convert 18,356.26 to Polish zloty. Okay? So you will do this. Remember, we have 18 something rands, 356.26. We need to convert it to zloty. So we put X here because we don't know how many 18,000 equals to this currency, which is a bit funny. It's a funny name. Okay. So that's what they're asking here. So to get this, guys, you just have to cross multiply. This will multiply with this, and this will multiply with that. So you'll say 4.47 times X will give us 4.47x will be equals to 1 times 18 point something. It's actually 18,356.26. Okay, so to get that, you need to divide both sides by 4.47. This is not hard, guys. I'm telling you. Just divide both by 4.47, and then your x will be equals to, can someone punch this into the calculator? Can someone punch this into the calculator? How much do you get for this? Guys, most of you are saying you are lost. I don't know why you are lost. Nhlanhla says it is 4106. Is it true? Is it really 4106? Guys, 18.356.26 divided by 4.47. Or it's 4141, okay? For Miss Francis, confirmed it, it's 4106.5 Polish something. Polish zloty, yeah. Okay, guys, you are lost. I can see most of you are lost. You are lost, yeah. Most of you are lost here. But I understand, these things are a bit challenging for some of you. But I'm going to try my best now to explain it. Guys, forget about this question, okay? This question, forget about it. I'm going to ask you this. If you have a phone, just that you've joined this, you won't be able to confirm. I wanted you guys to check on the internet. How much is $1? So if you have $1, how much is it in rands? $1. $1 is equals to how much in rands? Now, if you can check on the internet, it will tell you that $1 is equals to 18 rands. Okay? 18.25 rands. Okay? $1. In other words, if you go to America holding 18 rand 25, when you arrive in America, you will have $1. And then if someone comes from America with $1 and then comes and starts life here in South Africa with $1, they will have 18 rand 25. You understand this part? I want to make sure that you understand this part. It's a currency of United States. And this is the currency of South Africa in rands. This one is the currency of USA in dollars. Okay? So the question is that, how much, okay, let's say now you want to move from South Africa to the United States, but you have, maybe let's say you have 50,000 rands. 50,000 rands. We want to identify how much will you have when you arrive in United States of America with 50,000. How much will it be when you arrive in USA? Because you won't arrive with 50,000 rands in America and then remain with $50,000. It's impossible. Okay? Okay? So we want to see if you moved 50,000 to United States, how much will it be? So let's calculate it. Remember we said $1 is equals to 18.25, right? So in order for us to find how much you'll have in dollars, remember, we are looking at how much. That's why we say X. How much dollars will you have in the United States if you come with 50,000 rands? Okay? So to find this, you just have to do cross multiplication, meaning you're going to say this multiply by this. This 18.25 rands multiplied by X, right? So you'll have, I'm going to write all of this including the rand. So you'll have X I'm going to put the dot here. You'll have rands, which is 18.25, will be equals to this $1 will multiply with this 50,000 rands. You will have $1. I'm going to say dot 50,000 rands. Okay. So remember that we want to find out how much 50,000 rands will be in USD, right? So we need to remove this from the left-hand side so that we can be left with X. So we divide by 18.25, okay? Remember what you do on the left, you must also do on the right. So we divide also on the right with 18.25, okay? So you are all aware that this will cancel out with this, okay? So once these two cancel out, we are left with X on the left. And then when we get to this side, this R here, this R will cancel out with this R, okay? This R will cancel out with this R, right? And then you will say 50,000 divided by 18.25. How much is it? 50,000 divided by 18.25. Someone says 27. Guys, you are giving me different responses. Someone say 2740. Someone say 2739. Okay, let me just take this one with decimals. So look at this. When this divide by this, remember we still have USD. So we'll write USD. You have 2739.72. You see? In other words, this is how much you'll have if you move from South Africa with 50,000 and then you decide to go start live in the United States. You'll actually have 2,739.72 US dollars. Imagine you come with 50,000 in another country and then you end up having 2,739.72 US dollars. And then it's a bit it's a bit what's that? It's a bit unfair, right? Moving with 50,000 and then you end up having 2,000 and you find that grocery cost about $700. But I'm not sure, guys. Imagine $700 grocery. In other words, you'll be broke when you arrive in United States. So United States is not for broke people. So this is what's happening here, guys. This is what I was trying to do here. You move with 50,000, you end up with 2,739. Okay? So let's then go to, I hope this made sense. Okay? I hope this makes sense, guys. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, user 387. Okay. I hope this makes sense. This is what we are doing here, guys. Exactly the same thing that I did here. It is the same thing that I did over here. Okay, so let's move on, guys, to the next question. I want to get this over with. I'm a bit tired and it's almost, it's 9:10. Guys, no ways. No. Let's get done with, I thought I was going to be done with this by 8:30, but it's now 9:10. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all of you, with those encouraging words. Okay, do you only teach maths late? Do you only teach maths late? No, this is grade 9 mathematics, ne? I actually teach pure maths. And I also have a maths lead account. So let's go, guys, because I don't want to waste time. Please focus. So they're saying that Khabo buys furniture worth 33,100. Okay. She pays 10% deposit and takes out a higher purchase loan to pay off the balance over a period of 36 months at a simple interest rate of 11% per annum. Okay. The first question is, how much will Khabo pay in total? So guys, these questions, you have to be careful when you're answering them, because some people will just rush and write the simple interest formula, and then you get 1 mark out of 3 because you just jumped to answer. Remember what they said. Okay, I'm gonna make an example because I saw that most of you understand when I make example. So let's say it's you. You just put your name. So let's make an example with, let me check. Let me check one of you guys. Who can I make an example with? Can someone give me consent to make an... Okay, we have Fikile, okay? So let's say we have Fikile, guys. Fikile buys furniture worth 33,100, okay? So Fikile is in a process of buying this furniture. Okay, let's say you are in a process of buying a furniture which is worth 3,100 at Town Talk, right? So what Fikile does is that instead of paying the total amount of, remember that Fikile wants it now, not tomorrow. Fikile wants this furniture, the sofas, the TV, and everything now, right? So they say the cost of this furniture is 33,100. Okay, so Fikile says, you know what? I have 10% deposit to pay this amount, meaning I have 10% of this amount to pay it as a deposit. Okay, so what happens is this: instead of Fikile paying 3,100, he says, you know what? Let me take out 10%. Let's first calculate 10% of this, right? So we know that 10% of the 3,100 is equals to how much, guys? I don't want to do a lot of calculations because we have a little space. So you're just going to say 10 over 100 multiplied by 33,100. How much is it? So it's 3310. Or it's 3310. So it's 3310, right? This is the deposit that Fikile has. She pays that deposit, and then after paying 3310, which is 3,310, okay? So remember that Fikile has paid that 10% out of 33,100, okay? So we have to see what is remaining now, the money that she's left with, right? So we are going to subtract this 3310 to the total amount of the furniture. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll say the total amount of the furniture is how much? Is 33,100. Okay, we subtracted by the deposit that Fikile had paid, which is 3310. Okay, so can someone tell me how much is this? You're gonna say 33,100 minus 3,310. So thank you, those guys who are still sending answers. You are appreciated. From, is it Miss Francisco Sugar Hill? I recognize you guys. Thank you, all of you guys. So it's 29,790, right? So in other words, after Fikile pays that 10% deposit, she's now left with 29,790. But Fikile wants to like purchase the furniture now, not tomorrow. So she decides to say, you know what, let me go and take out a loan at FNB, for an example. A loan so that I can pay this remaining amount. Okay, remember this is the amount that Fikile paid, okay, from that 33. So she's now left with 29,790 in order to purchase that furniture. So she does not have this amount, okay, after paying this 3310. So what Fikile does, she approaches the FNB and say, can you please give me a loan of 29,790 because I want to purchase the furniture. Okay, so the bank says, okay, it's fine. We'll give you this 29,790, but there are conditions. Okay, so they're saying that you'll pay off this balance over a period of 36 months. In other words, after Fikile obtains this amount from FNB, she pays it to buy the furniture. She gets the furniture. Now the debt is left between Fikile and the bank. So the bank says, okay, you'll pay us this amount over a period of 36 months, which is how many years? I think it's 3 years, right? In 3 years, we need you to pay us this amount in 3 years, but with simple interest rate of 11% per annum, meaning they will charge you 11% per annum on simple interest rate. Okay, so let's first calculate that simple interest rate. Okay, so we are going to utilize that formula. Okay, let me just utilize the space because you don't have. So we're gonna see how much the money that the bank will make out of Fikile by giving her this loan over 3 years, simple interest rate. So let's calculate it. So we know the formula for that is it's okay. Let's check. Okay, this is the formula. So we have A is equals to P, right? Bracket 1 plus IN. Okay, so after this, remember guys, the principal amount here is the amount that Fikile borrowed from where? From the bank, not this amount. This is where most people make mistakes. They will take this 33,000 and put it here, forgetting that Fikile did not approach the bank to borrow 33,100, but she approached the bank to borrow 29,790. Okay, so we are actually going to put this on the principal amount, this money that she borrowed from the bank. Okay, so we're going to put that 29,790 here. Okay, then it's 1 plus the interest rate is how much? It's 11%, right? So we know that it's going to be 11 over 100 multiplied by n, number of years. Remember that 36 months is equals to how many years? 3. Okay, I hope you're still with me, guys. I hope I'm not losing any of you. I hope I'm not losing any of you. Are you still with me? You understand, right? Up until this far. So from here, can someone please punch this into the calculator? Can someone please punch this into the calculator and tell us how much money will the bank generate out of Fikile for giving her this 29,000? So how much is this when you punch this into the calculator? So it's 39,629.7, right? Thank you, guys. It's 39,620.70. Okay, so in other words, this is the money that Fikile will pay back to the bank. Remember, she started borrowing or taking a loan of 29,790, and then the bank offered her to pay off the balance over a period of 36 months, which is 3 years, over simple interest rate and 11% per annum. So this is the amount that Fikile will pay back to the bank. Okay? Okay? So, guys, remember, we are not done with the question. So the question said, how much will Fikile pay in total? So we need to analyze now the total amount that Fikile has paid. So we're going to start first with the deposit that Fikile paid. Remember that firstly, Fikile paid the deposit. Fikile paid what? The deposit. Okay? Before anything. She paid the deposit here, which is how much? 3,310. Okay? We're going to add this with how much? with this amount that she paid to the bank over a period of 3 years, you're going to take it also here. This is the amount of money that came out of Fikile's pocket, the 9,620.70. Okay, so can someone tell me how much is this? How much is this? So that we can see the total amount of money that Fikile paid over a period of 3 years, including the one that she paid at the beginning of purchasing the furniture. So someone says it is 42,930. Is it true? Thank you, Naledi, and all of you who are responding. So it's 42,930.70, right? So this is the total amount, guys. The total amount of money that Fikile paid out of her own pocket. Okay? So we took the first 3,000 that she paid, 3,310 or 3,310, and we also calculated the amount of money that she has paid to the bank, and then we add the two, which is the total amount that Fikile spent in order to purchase this furniture. Are we clear? I hope I explained it and you understand all of this now. Are we clear, guys? Are we clear, guys? Are we clear? Coach Shaba says yes. Empire, yes. Naledi, yes. User, yes. Okay, you can see yes. Flickr, yes. Okay, yes, yes. Yes, from TCT, Gamu, yes. Crazy Hugs, yes. That Fave Boy, yes. So yes, okay, yeah. Can see you got it, guys. You got it. So make sure that when you are answering such questions, guys, learn to make them practical. When you make this practical, you will have an understanding of how to answer this question. So don't just run and put the formula, because I know most learners, they lose marks here because you just run to this. Imagine putting this 33,000 here. You will have a very wrong answer at the start, and then you get 0 here because you did not analyze what's happening. Okay, learn to analyze this, and then I promise you will pass this. Okay, so let's go. Let's go to the next one. So 2.4.2, they're saying how much interest will be paid. So we need to calculate the interest that Fikile has paid. That interest. So this interest, guys, we are talking about, remember that this interest, we're focusing on the money that she took from the bank and the money that the bank milked out of her. Sorry for using such words. It's very informal. So the money that she paid to the bank after those period. Okay. Sparkle Squad says explain the part of P amount and the part between bracket. Do you multiply them or what? I don't know. You are talking about this. Yes, you are multiplying all of this. So you on your calculator will say 29790 bracket 1 plus 11 over 100 times 3 bracket. Will give you this. It's multiplication. Okay. And part between brackets, do you multiply them? This is 1 plus, you multiply this 2, 11 over 100 times 3. I hope you're clear. I hope it's clear. Guys, are you still with me? I hope I'm not disconnected. I hope it's not disconnected. Someone say, is this going to be on our June exam? June. We are past June. September exam, you'll face something like this, even November. Okay, Sparkle is now clear. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let's finish this up. So remember, this is the last question. So we have 2.4.2. How much interest will be paid? So you understand this interest that they're talking about, right? We are going to look at that money that Fikile borrowed from the bank. Remember, the money that Fikile borrowed from the bank is 29,790, and the amount that she paid to the bank after the simple interest rate is 39 points. So we need to see that interest. It's like you borrowing, saying someone should borrow you 10,000, and then after 3 years you pay them 15,000. So we need to see that interest. So they took 5,000 out of you because you're going to pay them 15,000 instead of that 10,000. So just gonna subtract this by that. Okay, so we're just gonna say R 39 620.70 minus R 29 790.00. So we need to see over the period of 3 years how much did they make out of her. Okay, so someone has already given me an answer, Miss Francis, thank you. So it's R 9,830. Okay, 0.70. So guys, can you see that the banks are actually playing with our people out here? They're actually scamming us. Imagine 9,000 taken out of your pockets just like that. Imagine. So it's very advisable that you avoid taking loans. Just save. Be patient. If you want to buy a car, save for it. Stop going to loans. I'm telling you, you will end up in trouble, guys. So the banks will suck you dry. Because you'll find someone going to the bank and then they will ask a loan of 700,000 for a car, guys. Stupid. 700,000 from a bank. And then after this, you'll find yourself paying them 950,000 or close to $1 million. Huh? So avoid banks, guys. I'm telling you, avoid loans. Work for yourself. Save. I know some of us, we want to be seen driving fancy cars. Go for Suzuki Swift. I know it's not good looking, but I'm telling you, it's for your safety, and they won't hijack you. They won't even suspect that you have money. It's safe. You can go wherever you want with it. Okay, so go for smaller nyana car, as long as you can go from point A to B, as long as you are saving for a dream car. But going for a loan, guys, I'm telling you, it's wrong. Like, you will be a slave of the bank. I'm telling you, because I know a couple of people who actually went for loans. They are crying now. They will repossess your car. Imagine repossessing your car. So guys, let's go for the last one. So let's go for the last one. Someone say we'll continue tomorrow. No, this is the last one, guys. Just 2 marks. We'll be done in like 5 minutes. Yeah, we are going to continue tomorrow, guys, 6 o'clock. Okay, so don't forget, tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Also invite your friends so that they can be helped. Okay, so let's go to, someone say I can't see the full question. So someone say, I'm so glad I found your account today because I'm writing tomorrow. Aish, okay, are we doing geometry? So look, guys, I'm going to solve the question papers. So if we made geometry, we'll do it. So let's just finish up, guys. Let's wrap this up. So you deposit 2,500 into a saving account, which earns compound interest at a rate of 7.5 per annum. Okay, determine how much money will be in your savings account after 5 years. Okay, you'll rather do this rather than taking loans. Okay, so you have 2,500. You want to save it for maybe, I don't know, whatever, for your girlfriend, or maybe for maybe, I don't know, whatever you want. and then you save it via compound interest rate, it will give you 7.5% per annum, which is a ridiculous amount. The banks, guys, they won't give you, I don't know if there is a bank that will give you 7.5% per annum for saving. They will give you 1.5%, but when you take loans, they will charge you 11%. That's how, but I'm not complaining, guys. That's why you need to learn things, so when you grow up, you don't make mistakes. Okay, so determine how much money will be in your savings account after 5 years. Okay. We need to guys, sorry. I'm sorry. So let's go. We need to determine how much money will be in your savings account after 5 years. Okay. So you need to use either this formula or that. Guys, this is simple. P, you know that is 2.5. R, it's you just write 7.5. Or maybe you can use this one and just say 7.5 over 100. Determine how much money. So let's use this one. So you have A equals to, so we are looking for how much you'll make, right? So A equals to P, it's 2,500. Okay. You say 1 plus. You know that your R here, you'll put 7.5 over 100. To the power of n. N is the number of years, which is 5. This one is easy, guys. How much do you make here? How much you make here? Just put this into the calculator. So I think it's about 3,000 something. It's about 3,500 and something, right? 589. 3,589.07, right? So this is how much you are making if you save 2.5 for 5 years. Guys, I'm not complaining, but it's how they work. So guys, this is the end of our session. Tomorrow we'll break this one down, and then we will also break these ones down. So if in case we end this question tomorrow, maybe in an hour, I will utilize the next hour. Maybe we add more questions. Maybe we'll spend 2 hours. So guys, thank you for joining this live session. God bless you all. So remember, I said that if you want to rewatch this live, you can visit my YouTube channel. I'm going to post this before Friday. Okay, so this live session will be there before Friday. You will find it there. Okay, so God bless you guys. Sleep well. Bye.